Hello. This body scan practice is taken from John Kabat-Zinn's mindfulness-based stress reduction program. And it's important to do this in a time and place where you have up to 30 minutes of uninterrupted time to just be present. You're going to be lying down for this practice. And so, before we get started, make sure that you've got the time and the space and you can do whatever you need to do to make yourself comfortable lying down. And the key to the body scan is that you're not trying to do anything. When I say, notice your left toe, all you're doing is bringing awareness to your toe. You're not trying to relax your toe. You're letting go and being present. And if there's a area in the body, that I say, notice this area, and you really don't feel anything, you can't bring your awareness to that area at all, that's okay too. Notice that. So totally practicing without any judgment or any expectations. And even though you're not trying to relax, by the act of being present, being mindful, taking this time to stay with the body and the breath, you do begin to become more grounded and more relaxed without it having to include any effort or goal-oriented activity. And that really is the whole benefit of this practice, just noticing. So when we start the practice, you'll have your eyes closed. But just in case you watch the video or open your eyes, at some point during the instructions, I'm going to switch the video from me talking at a screen and have some just kind of a collage of nature photos taking up the space of the video while I'm continuing to give the instructions verbally for the body scan practice. And then I'll rejoin the video at the end, and I'll bring you out of your grounded, relaxed state into the rest of your day. So take a moment, get yourself set up in a spot where you're going to be able to be very comfortable and uninterrupted for up to 30 minutes. Okay, we're ready to get started. So starting out, lying on your back, taking just these first few moments to let your body settle into whatever surface you're lying down on, letting that support you, knowing that for the next little while, you're just going to stay present with the body and the breath, with no judgments, no expectations, practicing letting go. I'll give you a few moments to continue to just settle into the body. And bring your awareness to notice your left big toe. Expanding that awareness notice your left little toe. And notice all the other toes in between. Just being present. Beginning to expand that awareness up the top of your left foot, the bottom of your left foot, all the way up into the ankle joint, and from the ankle joint down to the tips of the toes and back, noticing your left foot. Breathing awareness in and out from the toes to the ankle and back to the toes. And then letting go of this awareness of the left foot and expand your awareness up the left lower leg, up the front of the shin, the back of the lower leg, up the calf, all the way up to the knee joint. Just noticing. And continuing to expand your awareness up your left leg, the front of the thigh, the back of the thigh, all the way up to the hip, the inner hip, the outer hip, into the hip joint. Breathing and noticing from the left hip all the way down to the tips of the toes and back up to the hip. Noticing the whole left leg. Notice whatever you notice. And then letting go of awareness of the left leg. Notice your right big toe. Bringing awareness to your right little toe. And noticing the other toes in between. Expanding that awareness up the top of the right foot. The bottom of the right foot. All the way up to the right ankle joint. aware of the right ankle and breathing your awareness in and out from the right ankle joint down to the tips of the toes and back. Expanding your awareness up the right lower leg, the front of the lower leg, the back of the lower leg, all the way up to the knee joint. And just notice what you notice in the knee and the right lower leg. Letting go. Expanding that awareness up the right upper leg, the front of the thigh, back of the thigh, all the way up into and around the entire right hip joint. Just noticing. Directing your awareness and breathing awareness in and out from the hip joint all the way down to the tips of the toes and back. And then letting go of that awareness of the right leg and expanding your awareness from the hips up through the pelvis and the low back, the low belly, noticing any self-talk or judgment that crops up in areas that maybe you think that of your low back as being a problem, or your belly as being a problem, or a hip or a knee is a problem for you. Notice if those thoughts come up and just set them aside during this practice, being present with the body. The low back and the belly. Expanding that awareness up through the mid-back and the ribs. Gradually expanding your awareness from the low back and the mid back up through the upper back and the back of the shoulders. Just noticing. Letting go of any effort letting go of doing anything at all other than staying present. And expanding that awareness from the belly up through the ribs, up into the chest and the front of the shoulders. Noticing staying present. Breathing that awareness in and out from the top of the chest all the way down through the bottom of the belly and back, up through the low back, the mid back, the upper back, and down through the chest, the mid ribs, the belly. Holding your awareness centered in your torso. And then letting go, even of that awareness, from your shoulders, bringing awareness into your left shoulder joint, and expanding that awareness down the left upper arm, the front of the arm, the back of the arm, all the way into the elbow joint. And continuing to expand that awareness of the left arm down the forearm, the top of the forearm, the bottom of the forearm, down into the wrist joint. Just noticing and letting go. From the left wrist joint, expanding that awareness along the back of the hand, the palm of the hand, all the way out to the tips of all 5 fingers, becoming present and aware of the whole left arm, from the shoulder all the way to the tips of the fingers and back. And then letting go, even of this awareness of the left arm. And bringing your awareness into the right shoulder joint. Expanding that awareness down the right upper arm, the front of the arm, the back of the arm, all the way to the elbow joint. Staying present. that awareness down the right forearm, the top of the forearm, the back of the forearm, all the way down into the wrist joint. From the wrist joint, noticing the top of the right hand, the palm of the right hand, expanding your awareness all the way out to the tips of all 5 fingers of the right hand. Noticing the entire right arm from the shoulder all the way down to the tips of the fingers and back. And then letting go of the right arm, settling your awareness back in the kind of upper shoulder, upper back area, upper chest, and continuing to expand that awareness up the back of the neck. Noticing the front of the neck and throat. Drawing your awareness all the way up the back of the skull. And being present and noticing as you expand your awareness up the front of the head, noticing your jaw, expanding that awareness of the jaw up through the mouth, the lips and tongue, noticing the cheeks, expanding that awareness up through the ears and the sides of the temples, through the nose, all the way up to the eyes, even with your eyes closed, being aware of your eyes, the sockets around your eyes. Notice that little space between your eyebrows as you expand your awareness up the front of your forehead, becoming aware of the whole face, and from the awareness up the back of the head, becoming aware all the way up till that front of the face and back of the head connect at the crown of the head. On the very top of your head, noticing all the way from the top of the head all the way down to the base of the neck and throat and back up to the very top of the head. Staying present. And then expanding your awareness once more with your breath from the crown of your head all the way down to the bottoms of the toes, becoming present in the whole body simultaneously, breathing in from the feet all the way up the back of the body to the top of the head, and breathing out from the top of the head all the way down the front of the body, back into the bottoms of the feet, to the tips of the toes. Staying present with whatever this looks like for you, to visualize this circular, connecting, full body breath. And then letting go even of that awareness of the whole body and the breath. Just be. Just be present without doing anything at all. Resting in your awareness, letting go. So we've concluded the body scan. You are welcome to stay and continue practicing being present. Continue relaxing, grounding yourself for as long as you would like. When you are ready to rejoin your day, notice again the weight of the back of your body on the floor, or the bed or sofa or whatever you're being supported by. Notice the movement of your breath wherever you feel it. And bringing awareness back to your external senses. Maybe you feel a sensation of air on your skin. Maybe you can feel the sensation of where your clothing is touching your skin. Noticing any sounds in the room that you're in and expanding that awareness. Maybe there are sounds outside of your room. Do you notice any smells or taste sensations? And even with your eyes closed, become aware of the amount of light in the room. Slowly, gradually, letting your eyes begin to open. Take in that light. You might choose to bring some small movement into the body, maybe wiggling fingers and toes, maybe taking a couple of deep breaths, making your way whenever you're ready toward moving back up and out into your day, aware, present, and grounded.